Hello again, John Collyer here from my den here in southwest France. Today I'd like to tell you about another of Alan Arnold's guitars. I put up a video recently showing the smaller bodied model, which he calls the Phaedra. And today I've got here in my lap his larger guitar. This one's called the Phoenix. And it's a rather beautiful instrument that he made for me back in 2005. He tells me that his guitars get better and better, so make up your own mind presently, but it would mean that a new one today would be pretty fantastic. As always, Alan uses Honduran mahogany for the neck, and it's one piece all the way through. I think there was a joint there. I don't know, I must ask him why he adds that piece on the headstock. I guess there's a good reason for it. What it is, I don't know. But that's solid one-piece Honduran mahogany. For the top of this instrument, he's used European spruce, rather nice piece, extremely close grained. Ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard, which is bound with rosewood. And the only thing about this that makes this one a custom, because if you order one of his standard range, they come, as most builders do, offer with either mahogany back and sides or rosewood back and sides. But if you want something out of the norm, then that is extra. And this one, I chose the woods for this, which is, I hope it gets picked up, this is highly figured quilted sapele. So sound-wise, it is pretty similar to mahogany, although we'll never know that because this one's only made of sapele. But it's beautiful. I mean, it really is. I don't know whether we can see this on the camera, but it's almost three-dimensional in certain lights. There's an awful lot of reflection there coming from outside. The Alan doesn't slavishly copy Martin shapes and sizes, which so many makers do these days. You know, if you buy a dreadnought, it's a dreadnought, just it doesn't got Martin on the headstock, and if it's an OM, then it's an OM, triple O, double O's, and all the rest of it. I don't know quite where Alan got this design, whether he cribbed it from somebody else or whether it was his own, but it's pretty original. Sonically, well, it's quite a big sound, but it's not boomy. You make up your own mind. There we are. It's kind of a jumbo shape and size and sound. So it's not overly bassy, fairly even. One thing I omitted to tell you is that for the guitars that Alan's made for me, I always ask for tusk, nut, saddle and pins. I just think that tusk, the material, whatever it is, adds a dynamic to the instruments. Sorry, I get lost. Meant to be telling you about the guitar. If you watch the earlier video, which I did about the Phaedra, the smaller bodied guitar, you would have heard on there that Alan Arnold is a one-man show. He has no CNC machines, no laser cutters. He builds each guitar pretty much one at a time. Okay, he might cut 2 or 3 tops at the same time. The only machine that I've seen in his workshop is a thicknessing machine, and of course the heated iron to bend the back and sides. What he's very good at doing, Alan, is keeping himself to himself, so there's not a lot of information about him, but he has got a website. I can tell you that an instrument like this in its standard form at the time of making this video, which is spring 2020, will cost you within a few pennies about 2,200 quid. If you wanted a custom one, such as this is, with the fancy woods or selection of woods on the back, you're going to be talking around about £2,500. That's a bargain, isn't it? That really is a bargain when you look at the price of guitars these days. You can find him if you search for Alan Arnold Guitars UK. You will find his website, and there's all the information, all the specifications, the sizes, everything. If you're in the market for a new handmade guitar, you won't do any better than to talk to Alan Arnold. Thanks very much for listening. The next video I do will be of the resonator here, the Resolution. That'll be fun, especially as I don't play with a bottleneck. Anyway, see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye now.